The first body was found at dusk. They said it was a bear. That's what the ranger told the press, his voice steady beneath the flicker of camera lights. A tragic wildlife encounter. Another 2025 statistic in a year already stained with blood and headlines. But that wasn't what the town of Black Hollow believed. Black Hollow had once been a logging settlement carved deep into the mountains, abandoned after a mine collapse in the 1930s swallowed 18 men whole. The forest had grown back thick and suffocating, swallowing roads, buildings, memories. And now something else was swallowing hunters. On October 7th, 5 men drove up into the hollow in a lifted truck, laughing, rifles clanking in the bed. Grizzlies are moving lower this year, Marcus Hale had said, adjusting his scope. Easy tags, easy money. His younger brother Owen hesitated before climbing in. I heard about that couple in Alberta, and the campsite attack in Montana. Something's off this year. Marcus smirked. It's bears, Owen, not ghosts. The others laughed. The forest didn't. By nightfall, fog pressed low between the pines like something breathing. Inside the truck, the heaters hummed. Rain tapped against the windshield. They had tracked large prints too large, leading them to the ruins of the old mining outpost. The place reeked of rust and rot. Tell me that's not the mine, said Jared quietly. The skeletal remains of the entrance loomed ahead, warped wood framing a darkness that swallowed the beam of their headlights. Then came the sound. Not a roar, not quite. A deep, guttural vibration like a growl dragged through gravel. Owen stiffened. That's not right. The truck rocked. Just slightly. Wind, Marcus muttered. The truck rocked again. Harder. Something brushed along the driver's side. Metal groaned as if pressed by immense weight. Marcus, Jared whispered. Slowly, the headlights flickered, and in their beams emerging from the fog stood a grizzly bear. But it was wrong. Its fur hung in wet clumps, matted and dark as oil. Its eyes reflected no animal instinct, only a pale, glassy luminescence. Its body seemed elongated, shoulders too high, limbs bending at uncomfortable angles. It stood upright, not fully but enough. That's not how they stand, Owen breathed. The bear tilted its head. The radio burst to life. Static, then screaming. Not animal screams, human screams. The truck doors locked simultaneously with a mechanical clack. I didn't touch that, Marcus shouted. The engine died. The headlights cut out. Darkness swallowed them whole. Inside the blackness, breathing filled the cab. Too much breathing. 5 men. And something else. You hear that? Jared choked. A slow exhale drifted from the back seat. Owen turned, heart hammering. Too faint. Pale eyes opened behind them. But there was no body attached. The back windshield shattered inward in an explosion of glass and fur. The truck flipped. Metal screamed. Gunshots rang out muffled, panicked. Then silence. Authorities found the truck the next morning twisted around a pine as though it had been thrown. The doors were still locked from the inside. There were no bullet casings. No clear claw marks. No tracks in the mud around the vehicle. And the bodies. The bodies were intact. No mauling. No tearing. Just expressions frozen in absolute horror. Mouths open mid-scream. Eyes ruptured with burst blood vessels. Eardrums shattered. As if something had screamed back at them. From inside. Ranger Elias Ward was the last to inspect the scene before it was sealed. He didn't believe in ghost stories. Not until he noticed the old mining emblem burned into the truck's hood, an emblem that hadn't existed since 1932. He looked toward the mine entrance. The fog shifted, and for just a second, he saw figures standing beside the collapsed shaft. 18 of them, miners in soot-black uniforms. Their faces crushed inward, twisted as if by unbearable pressure. And between them, the bear. But it wasn't a bear anymore. Its fur sloughed off in strips, revealing something beneath, something human-shaped, fused with bone and antler and shadow. Its voice wasn't a growl now. It was a chorus. 18 voices layered together. Still hungry. Elias stumbled back, falling hard. When he looked up, it was gone. The official report blamed a rogue grizzly. Case closed. But Black Hollow didn't sleep again. Hunters stopped going into the forest. Animals vanished. On certain nights, truck radios within 30 miles of the hollow would suddenly crackle to life at exactly 2:17 a.m. static. Then screaming, and sometimes a deep, vibrating breath from the back seat. Last week, a highway patrol officer responding to reports of an abandoned vehicle near the hollow radioed in something strange. His final transmission was recorded. It's inside the cruiser. Metal bent, glass shattered, silence. The cruiser was found intact the next morning. Doors locked. No tracks. No sign of entry. The officer sat upright behind the wheel. Eyes ruptured. Mouth frozen open mid-scream. They say bears are unpredictable. Territorial. Dangerous. But bears don't lock doors. They don't whisper in the voices of the dead. And they don't wait patiently in the back seat. The forest around Black Hollow is thicker now. Heavier. And if you drive those mountain roads at night, sometimes your headlights will catch a shape standing just beyond the fog. Too tall, too still, watching, waiting, hungry, not for flesh, but for